In this video, I will show you how I built a desk. As we all adapt to this new normal of staying home and working from home like my wife, or spending time watching countless DIY videos like me, I got this idea of building a DIY desk from Ben Ueda's video. So thanks Ben Ueda. This desk is fairly easy to make, as I use a pre-cut 2 feet by 4 feet birch veneer plywood that I purchased from Home Depot. I first started by building some reinforcements using 2x4s. I'm going to cut the 2x4s using my circular saw and a speed square to guide my circular saw, making sure my cuts are nice and perpendicular. I sanded the 2x4s using my sander with a 120 grit, finishing off with 220 grit sandpaper. Before you start sanding, make sure you have your safety glasses and a mask, and always make sure your surroundings are clear. Never park your car right next to your work area. Now let's sand the birch veneer plywood. Keep in mind, these plywoods are pre-cut and pre-sanded, so I only need to sand the edges. That is smooth. The plywood that we purchased was one of the best one we could find at the local Home Depot store, but there were still some gaps. You can leave these as is if it doesn't bother you much, but my wife wanted those patched, so I made my own wood filler using some sawdust and wood glue. After the wood filler dried, I hand sanded the sides. My wife wanted her desk to look natural, so I used Varathane polyurethane clear coat. Now to apply these, you just simply apply a thick coat, let it air dry for about an hour, and then sand it off. I repeated this process 3 times to get a refined look. Now I ordered 28-inch long hairpin legs, but these hairpin legs come in 1-inch increment. And here's a little chart I used so that it's easy for you to make desks for people of all sizes. Now this was the first time I ordered legs through DIY hairpin legs, and I was pretty surprised that they included a little kit, which includes some screws, paste wax, and a sponge that you can use to clean the raw steel legs. Now it is important to remember that DIY projects should be fun, as it will make you more creative. The Roborock S5 helped me in my project. We had cut the 2x4s to leave about 2 inches between them and the edge of the plywood. I then marked the locations using a pencil and a speed square before gluing and screwing them to the plywood. The 4-inch ratcheting hand clamp by Bessie came in handy. I am using 2-inch screws. Here you have to make sure you do not screw too deep and go through the surface of the table to secure the 2x4 to the board. Now let's screw in the legs to the 2x4. And this is how it looks. Now this table has great aesthetics, is really inexpensive, and fairly easy to build.